The year is 1975, a time capsule of bell-bottoms, disco, and a world on the cusp of massive change. America is restless, a nation grappling with its identity. The Vietnam War is finally drawing to a close, leaving scars and questions in its wake, while simultaneously, the first glimmers of the digital age are beginning to appear on the horizon, promising a future no one could fully imagine. People are blasting Queen and Led Zeppelin, finding solace and escape in the soaring vocals and electrifying guitar riffs. They're driving gas guzzlers, symbols of freedom and power, even as the energy crisis looms large, and they're looking up at the sky with new curiosity, a sense of wonder mixed with a growing unease. UFO sightings are everywhere, fueling speculation and capturing the imagination of the masses. Strange lights, silent crafts, objects moving in ways that seem to defy the laws of physics. Things that defy explanation, leaving witnesses baffled and searching for answers. Project Blue Book has just ended. The Air Force's official investigation into UFOs closed without a definitive conclusion. But the public isn't convinced the skies are empty. Skepticism mixes with genuine intrigue. Stories of abductions and close encounters, tales of beings from other worlds begin to circulate. The stories are making headlines, not just whispers in the dark. The media is starting to pay attention. Movies like Close Encounters are about to hit, tapping into the collective unconscious and further fueling the fire, feeding a national obsession. Are we alone? Is there something else out there? The line between science fiction and reality is blurring, as people begin to question the very nature of what's possible. So when a wild story emerges from the forests of Arizona, a place of vast landscapes and hidden secrets, people are ready to believe. The stage is set for something extraordinary. This isn't a distant light, a fleeting glimpse of something unidentifiable. This is an up-close encounter that will become one of the most famous UFO cases in history, a story that will be debated and analyzed for decades to come. It all begins on a quiet November evening, the crisp air filled with the scent of pine and the promise of winter. With a crew of loggers and a drive home that changes everything, their lives about to be irrevocably altered by what they witness in the darkening sky. Deep in Arizona's Apache Sitgreaves National Forest, a vast expanse of rugged terrain and towering pines, lies a remote logging site. The air is crisp, carrying the scent of pine and damp earth. 7 men are working a tough logging contract, pushing themselves to their physical limits. The sounds of chainsaws and falling timber echo through the woods, a constant reminder of the dangerous work they undertake each day. Travis Walton, 22, a young man with a bright future ahead of him, is the energetic heart of the crew. Known for his impulsive streak and unwavering optimism, he approaches each day with enthusiasm, eager to prove himself in the demanding world of logging. Mike Rogers, the foreman and Travis's best friend, a seasoned veteran of the woods, leads the team with a sense of responsibility, ensuring their safety and keeping them on schedule. He's a steady hand, a voice of reason in the face of challenging conditions. The rest, Ken Peterson, John Goulet, men hardened by years of physical labor, Steve Pierce, Alan Dallas, and Dwayne Smith, each with their own stories and motivations, are just regular guys, bonded by hard work, shared meals, and the camaraderie that comes from facing danger together. They rely on each other to get the job done. Their days are long, dirty, and dangerous, filled with the constant threat of falling trees and the ever-present risk of injury. Spent felling trees and racing the coming winter, knowing that the harsh weather will soon make their work impossible. The pressure is on to meet their quota before the snow sets in. On November 5th, 1975, a seemingly ordinary day, they're exhausted, behind schedule, and ready to head home, eager for a warm shower and a good night's sleep. As dusk falls, casting long shadows across the forest floor, they pack up their equipment, pile into Mike's pickup, the familiar rumble of the engine a welcome sound, and start the drive back to Snowflake. The forest is quiet, the men are tired, their bodies aching from a long day's work, and no one expects anything but a hot meal and sleep. The thought of rest fuels their weary spirits. But that night, routine is about to shatter in a way they could never have imagined. In minutes, these ordinary men will become the center of an extraordinary mystery, a story that will challenge their beliefs and test the bonds of their friendship. Their lives and the world's imagination will be captivated by events that defy explanation, are about to be changed forever, plunging them into a world of uncertainty and disbelief. As the truck winds through the darkening forest, Ken Peterson spots a strange golden glow among the pines. Mike slows down. The men lean forward, tense. They see it, a metallic, saucer-shaped object hovering silently above the ground, glowing with an eerie light. It's about 20 feet across, 8 feet high, classic flying saucer but real, right in front of them. The crew is frozen, caught between awe and fear. Suddenly Travis jumps out, drawn toward the craft. His friends shout, but he keeps walking, mesmerized. He stands beneath the object. A bluish-green beam shoots out, slamming him in the chest. Travis is thrown backward, motionless. The men in the truck panic. Was he killed? The unknown in the woods has just turned deadly. Terror takes over. Chaos erupts. Mike Rogers slams the gas, the truck fishtails down the mountain road. The men are screaming, convinced whatever hit Travis is coming for them next. After miles of frantic escape, guilt sets in. They left Travis behind. Arguments break out. Finally, they turn back, dreading what they'll find. The clearing is empty. The craft is gone. So is Travis. Flashlights sweep the darkness. They call his name. No answer. No footprints, no blood, nothing. It's as if he vanished. The men are shaken, terrified, and alone with a story no one will believe. They have to tell someone, but who would ever accept what just happened? The drive back to town is silent, heavy with fear and dread. They know their lives have changed forever. The mystery has only deepened. Now they must face the world, and the consequences. The impossible has become their reality. The 6 men stumble into Sheriff Gillespie's office, shaken and desperate. Their story, UFO, beam of light, missing friend, sounds insane. The sheriff suspects foul play. The town is instantly divided. Some believe the crew, pointing to their terror and honesty. Others think it's a hoax or a cover-up for something darker. Rumors swirl. Was Travis hiding, or was something truly unexplainable at work? The men are interrogated for hours, their stories never wavering. Polygraph tests are administered. 5 pass, 1 is inconclusive due to distress. The results don't prove aliens, but they do show the men believe what they're saying. The town is gripped by fear, suspicion, and fascination. The search for Travis becomes a national spectacle. The pressure mounts, but the mystery only grows. Everyone wants answers, but none are coming. A massive search sweeps the forest. Hundreds of volunteers, dogs, helicopters. Sheriff Gillespie leads the effort, but hope fades as days pass. No sign of Travis, no body, no tracks, nothing. The forest seems to have swallowed him whole. Media descend, turning the case into a national obsession. The Walton family is tormented by uncertainty. After 5 days, the search winds down. No clues, no closure. The town is left with only questions and a chilling silence. It seems Travis Walton is gone for good, but the story is about to take its strangest turn yet. The world is watching and waiting. 5 days after vanishing, Travis calls his sister from a payphone, sobbing, "They're not human!" His brother-in-law finds him at the gas station, disoriented, dirty, and traumatized, but alive. Travis's clothes are torn, but he's physically unharmed except for dehydration and a strange mark on his arm. He remembers nothing after the beam of light, just waking up on the roadside as a saucer ascends. News of his return explodes, fueling both relief and suspicion. Skeptics claim hoax. Police press for answers. Travis can't explain where he's been. His memory is a blank, his trauma real. The mystery deepens. If not a hoax, then what? The world demands the truth, but Travis has none to give. The case becomes even more baffling. The legend grows. In the weeks and months following his unexpected return, Travis found himself wrestling with a darkness he couldn't comprehend. Sleep offered no solace, only a relentless barrage of nightmares that painted vivid, terrifying pictures in his mind. These weren't just ordinary bad dreams, they were fragmented, disjointed flashes of memory, fleeting glimpses of something alien and incomprehensible. He struggled to grasp them, but they slipped through his fingers like sand. Desperate for answers, seeking to unlock the secrets hidden within his subconscious, Travis turned to hypnosis. Under the guidance of a skilled therapist, he delved into the depths of his mind, hoping to piece together the puzzle of his missing time. It was under hypnosis, in a vulnerable state, that he began to recall waking in a humid, alien room, a place that defied earthly description. The air was thick and heavy, laden with an unfamiliar scent that prickled his nostrils. The walls seemed to pulse with an unnatural light, casting long, distorted shadows that danced around him. He was paralyzed, every nerve ending screaming in protest, a symphony of pain orchestrated by unseen forces. He was strapped to a cold metallic surface, utterly helpless and at the mercy of his captors. Looming over him were 3 short beings with large dark eyes, their faces devoid of any discernible emotion. Their gaze was intense, probing, as if they were dissecting his very soul. These figures, clad in tan robes that seemed to shimmer and shift in the strange light, stood over him, their presence both menacing and strangely clinical. They moved with a disconcerting grace, their actions precise and deliberate. Panic surges, a tidal wave of fear threatening to drown him. His heart hammered against his ribs, a frantic drumbeat against the silence of the alien room. Driven by pure instinct, he lashes out, muscles straining against the restraints. Fueled by a desperate desire to escape this nightmare, he fights with a ferocity he didn't know he possessed, driven by the primal urge to survive. With a surge of adrenaline, he breaks free and stumbles into a curved hallway, a labyrinth of smooth metallic surfaces and pulsating lights. The air hums with an energy that vibrates through his very being. He finds a domed room, a vast chamber that seems to stretch into infinity. The walls curve upwards, meeting in a seamless dome that displays a breathtaking spectacle. The dome is filled with unfamiliar stars, constellations he's never seen before. A celestial tapestry woven with cosmic threads of light and wonder. It's a breathtaking vista, yet it only serves to amplify his disorientation and fear. The stars seem to swirl and shift, giving him the sensation of flying through space, hurtling through the cosmos at unimaginable speeds. The sheer scale of the universe overwhelms him, making him feel insignificant and vulnerable. Suddenly, a tall, human-like figure appears, seemingly out of nowhere. Its presence is both startling and strangely reassuring. The figure is clad in a blue uniform, a stark contrast to the sterile environment. Its features are vaguely familiar, yet undeniably alien. It extends a hand in a calming gesture, its eyes conveying a sense of peace and understanding. Its presence seems to quell the rising tide of panic within Travis. The being leads Travis past other human-looking figures, a diverse crew of extraterrestrial beings, each with their own unique features and expressions. They seem to regard him with a mixture of curiosity and indifference. They pass by sleek, saucer-shaped craft, their metallic surfaces gleaming under the strange light. These vehicles seem to defy the laws of physics, hovering silently in the air. He's guided to a room, a small, sterile chamber that seems to hum with an unseen energy. The air is thick with anticipation, a sense of foreboding hanging heavy in the atmosphere. A mask is placed over his face, a strange device that emits a faint, hissing sound. He breathes deeply, the air filling his lungs with a cool, metallic tang. As the gas fills his lungs, his vision begins to blur, his thoughts becoming hazy and indistinct. He feels himself slipping away, losing consciousness as darkness descends. Next thing he knows, he's jolted back to awareness, his senses reeling, his mind struggling to make sense of his surroundings. He finds himself on the roadside, the cold asphalt pressing against his cheek, the sound of crickets chirping in the distance. He's disoriented and confused, unsure of how he got there. Above him, a UFO is vanishing, its lights fading into the night sky, leaving behind only a lingering sense of unease and disbelief. The encounter is over, but the questions remain. These memories, whether real or imagined, are fragmented, dreamlike, a jumbled collection of images and sensations that defy logical explanation. He struggles to reconcile them with his understanding of reality, yet despite their fragmented nature, they are also vivid, etched into his mind with an intensity that cannot be denied. The details are sharp and clear, as if he were reliving the experience in real time. Travis's account is unlike any other, a tale of abduction and alien encounters that challenges the very fabric of our understanding of the universe. It's a story that defies easy categorization, blurring the lines between science fiction and reality. It's a detailed account filled with strange and unsettling details that lend it an air of authenticity, yet also raise profound questions about the nature of truth and perception. Ultimately, it's impossible to prove or disprove, a mystery that remains shrouded in uncertainty, leaving us to grapple with the possibility that we are not alone in the cosmos. The world is left to wonder, to speculate and debate, to ponder the implications of Travis's extraordinary claims. The story sparks a global conversation about the existence of extraterrestrial life and the potential for contact. What really happened during those missing hours, during those 5 lost days? What secrets were revealed? What knowledge was gained? What price was paid? The calendar pages turn, marking the passage of time. But the mystery of those 5 lost days remains stubbornly unresolved, a haunting reminder of the unknown. The mystery only deepens with each passing year, the unanswered questions multiplying, the puzzle becoming ever more complex and enigmatic. The truth, it seems, remains elusive, hidden somewhere in the vast expanse of the cosmos. Travis Walton's story becomes a legend, debated, dissected, never fully explained. Believers cite the crew's testimony, polygraph results, and Travis's trauma as compelling evidence. Skeptics call it a hoax, a desperate bid to escape a failed contract. The case inspires books, movies, and endless debate. Fire in the Sky brings the story to Hollywood, but distorts key details, frustrating Travis. Decades later, the crew stands by their account, never wavering. The case remains one of the most compelling in UFO history. Nearly 50 years on, the question lingers. Was it a close encounter, a shared delusion, or an elaborate hoax? The answer is still out there, just beyond the edge of what we know. The Travis Walton story endures, a testament to the power of mystery. Thank you for watching and for supporting my channel. Please subscribe and check out some of my other videos. Thank you, and as always, stay informed.